Hello YouTubers, this is kind of a video in between the videos. Just some things that are on my mind lately. First thing is the Alec Baldwin shooting. You know, where on the set he was handed a gun and he was supposed to not have any rounds in it, and he pulled the trigger and killed somebody and injured somebody else. The media needs to quit calling it a prop gun, because a prop gun is something that looks like a gun, but it doesn't work like a gun. It's not a gun. This was an actual real gun. But the whole problem I have with this whole thing, I see that Alec Baldwin was talking recently, broke his silence about it, and he is pointing the finger at everyone else except himself. And he was the one who pulled the trigger. Now, yeah, the person that was supposed to hand it to him was supposed to make sure the gun wasn't loaded, okay? But each person in the chain needs to do this, including and especially the person who actually handles the weapon. And I think this is largely the result of him being so anti-gun. I'm told he belongs to some organization called the No Rifle Association or something. Being so anti-gun, he doesn't know the four major safety precautions regarding firearms. Obviously, if you're going to handle a firearm, whether you like them or not, you really need to know the safety protocols for those firearms, so something like this won't happen. Just avoiding guns is no excuse. But this is what happens when you hand guns to people who don't know much about them. People need to be educated. We give people sex education when they come up in school. This country was made using guns. Guns were instrumental in creating this nation. So guns are a major part of it, and always will be. This is not the UK or Australia or any other place. So what they do over there doesn't apply here. It can't be compared. It's apples and oranges. And since guns are such a fundamental part of this country, everyone needs to have at least a little bit of gun education, even if they're not planning to handle guns. Because there may come a time when you might have to handle a gun, even though you don't normally want to. And you need to know. Treat that gun like it's always loaded. Keep that gun pointed in a safe direction at all times. Don't pull the trigger unless you're willing to kill or destroy whatever you're pointing at. And don't point the gun at anything you're not willing to kill or destroy. These are important gun basics. And Alec Baldwin apparently did not know them. And the person he hired to handle the gun questioned herself about being up to the job. That's enough to shake my confidence. And I understood there was an accidental discharge a few days earlier, and some of the crew walked off the set with safety concerns. There's a lot of red flags concerning this. Someone needs to be held accountable, and I think Alec Baldwin needs to be charged with negligent homicide or manslaughter or something. Whether they acquit him or not is another matter, but they should at least charge him and do a thorough investigation. But I'll tell you what, if he does if he gets away with this without being charged or anything, I don't think that's going to be the end of it, because it's quite logical the family is more than likely going to file a civil suit for wrongful death, and rightly so. So good luck, Baldwin. Now, the other thing on my mind is this COVID-19 crap. Getting sick of it. Every time I watch YouTube, there's a stupid commercial. It's like, I didn't want to get COVID, so I got vaccinated. I feel closer to safety being vaccinated. Well, whatever, okay? It's supposed to be a choice. Myself, I did not get the shot. I don't need it. I am fully immunized naturally. I had COVID, a good strong case of it, and that was back in 2020. And this year, in fact, just recently, just a few days ago, I was exposed to COVID. I had a good strong exposure. Didn't get sick, not at all. So my immunity is working better than most people who had the jab. This is the best way to get immunized naturally. Normally with vaccines, like in the past, you know, the logical thing to do would be to go get it. You know, get the vaccine, and the people who don't get it would be looked down on. But the thing is, I think most people would normally get a vaccine. But here's the problem. The government has proven they're no longer trustworthy. So this is the major reason I think people are not getting the shot. They don't trust the government. The vaccine has not had a lot of research done on it. It was a rush job. There's side effects. They're not listening to the precautions. You know, certain risk groups shouldn't get the vaccine because they're at risk for certain things. But yet they're just saying, oh yeah, balls to the wall, get those vaccines out. That whole attitude is wrong. Proper precautions need to be taken. I'm not going to get one. And if they try to force me to get one, I'll use religious exemption. Don't know how far I'll have to go to fight this. Hard to say. Anyways, the Biden administration and others, they try to portray the people who aren't vaccinated as being a big threat to those who are. Well, if you're vaccinated, why would anything threaten you? You're vaccinated. You know, duh. I don't know. The logic of the White House escapes me on this. Okay, so anyway, that's a couple of things that were bugging me, so I thought I'd bring them up. I've got plenty of material to work on, so I've got some videos I'm going to come out with. Yeah, I know, you've heard it before. When am I going to come out with them? Well, I'm trying to get around to it. I've been doing some hunting lately, scored some geese. Those are going to be on video. Got some old stuff I'm going to put on video, and I plan to do more reloading stuff. There's stuff I haven't covered yet, so the next one more than likely will be about wads and roll crimping. I think those are two topics I want to cover in the next reloading video. Anyway, I thank my patrons, and you will not be charged for this video because this is just me ranting. I don't consider it something I should charge money on. But anyway, I do thank my patrons who financially support me, and I thank everyone else for sticking with me and watching my videos, and hope you enjoy them. I know the rants are probably not as enjoyable, but speak in my mind while I still can, before that's taken away from us. Thanks for watching.